Recent reports suggest CF Moto is preparing to buy KTM's official MotoGP team. This news comes as KTM's racing strategy is in upheaval. Earlier announcements indicated Hervé Poncheral's Tech 3 squad would be sold to an investor group led by Günther Steiner by 2026, leaving KTM's own factory operation in limbo. At Milan's EICMA show, it emerged that CF Moto, a Chinese brand fresh off its 2024 Moto3 world title with rookie David Alonso, is eyeing KTM Racing AG and its factory team in Austria. For a Chinese company to set its sights on MotoGP was unthinkable just a decade ago. Now the slogan "Think Big" on CF Moto's trucks takes on new meaning. KTM's troubles trace back to its parent company, Pierer Mobility AG, which collapsed into crisis in late 2024. The company filed for insolvency on November 2024, revealing 1.8 billion euros in debt. Only a major bailout could save the business. India's Bajaj Auto, led by Rajiv Bajaj, stepped in with roughly 800 million euros and secured control by mid-2025. By late 2025, after winning EU approval, the structure was rewritten. Pierer Bajaj AG, the holding company, became Bajaj Auto International Holdings, and an extraordinary meeting approved changing Pierer Mobility AG's name to Bajaj Mobility AG. In short, KTM now runs under Bajaj's ownership, and the new leadership has moved fast to cut costs. Under Rajiv Bajaj, KTM's once grand motorsport budget is being slashed. He has bluntly questioned why only about 1,400 of KTM's 3,400 Austrian workers are on the assembly line, demanding a 50% reduction in plant headcount. KTM's famous ready-to-race philosophy, which supported around 40 factory riders in MotoGP, Moto2, motocross, supercross, and more, is being pared back. Running a MotoGP team costs roughly 60 million euros a year, and Bajaj's team decided that level of spending no longer makes sense. To keep KTM in racing without blowing the budget, the company began shopping its racing assets. The Tech 3 MotoGP team sale to Steiner's group is nearly done, and all eyes have turned to KTM's remaining factory squad. Meanwhile, CF Moto's racing operations have quietly blossomed. In 2024, its Aspar racing team won the Moto3 championship with rookie David Alonso. CF Moto also helped fund the Aspar Moto2 team that year. Rider Jake Dixon scored 2 wins and 3 more podiums to finish 8th overall. Such results were unexpected from a brand known more for ATVs and cruisers. CF Moto's racing director and former champion Jorge Aspar Martinez immersed the team in KTM's ready-to-race culture, and company leaders even held talks with MotoGP's promoter Dorna about entering World Superbikes with a new CF Moto V4 prototype. In short, CF Moto has proved it can compete and win on the world stage in Moto3 and Moto2. CF Moto as a company has also grown tremendously. Today it employs around 9,000 people and sells bikes through more than 7,000 dealers worldwide. Its annual revenue jumped from $275 million in 2017 to $2.1 billion by 2024, and its sales in the first 3 quarters of 2025 were up another 28% year-on-year. The company's lineup now includes impressive high-displacement models. Its SRR V4 prototype is said to deliver over 200 horsepower, suggesting CF Moto can build hardware on par with top European and Japanese bikes. With factories in China, Thailand, and Mexico, and R&D centers around the globe, CF Moto clearly has the industrial muscle to back its racing dreams. Its motto, "Think Big," is more than marketing. It reflects genuine ambition. Veterans of the sport note a clear historical parallel. In the 1960s, Japanese manufacturers Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, and Kawasaki reshaped the global motorcycle market, often using racing to prove their machines' prowess. Now many see China as the next powerhouse. CF Moto's foray into World Championship racing strikes some as the Chinese answer to those Japanese disruptors. Having earned titles in Moto3 and wins in Moto2, CF Moto's leadership clearly sees MotoGP as the ultimate stage. The timing is intriguing. Liberty Media's recent takeover of MotoGP's promoter has the series looking for new growth, and CF Moto's emergence could tap into that push. But the premier class is locked. All factory and satellite slots for 2026 to 2031 are already allocated, meaning CF Moto would have to take over an existing team. The current reports say CF Moto is negotiating to acquire KTM's 2 factory entries, the seats raced by Pedro Acosta and Brad Binder. Under such a deal, CF Moto would field the KTM-built RC16 bikes and engines under its own name. The new 850 cubic centimeter V4 power plant, already on KTM's test bench, would still be made by KTM's Munderfing factory. A 10-person CF Moto delegation was hosted at KTM's House of Brands campus in Austria by CEO Gottfried Neumeister to discuss details. According to insiders, even Dorna would approve this as a first. CF Moto could become the first Chinese factory team in Moto GP, perhaps with Martinez in a managing role. If CF Moto succeeds, it would be a watershed moment. The rumored price tag for KTM's entire racing operation is around 100 million euros, though CF Moto could start by buying just the 2 Grand Prix slots. Either way, the entry of CF Moto would instantly make KTM's Grand Prix effort viable under Bajaj's budget, while giving the Chinese firm priceless global exposure. The paddock is already buzzing. A Chinese manufacturer in MotoGP would echo the industry shocks of the past. Whether KTM and CF Moto can close a deal remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, the Bajaj-led restructuring of KTM and CF Moto's global rise are poised to reshape the future of motorcycle racing on the world stage. What do you think about a CFMoto Moto GP team? How do you think they will perform if this deal goes through? Let us know in the comment section. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take. If you enjoyed this video and want to dive deeper into the history and evolution of legendary motorcycles, from vintage Hondas to cutting-edge hyperbikes, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to SK for more exciting content. Ride safe, dream big, and stay tuned for our next story. Goodbye.